Ladies and gentlemen, our next bout gives us 3 rounds in the Orf Women's Flyweight Division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner, representing Fantom MMA, Raquel Garcia! And introducing her opponent, fighting out of the red corner, representing SBG, Eabha Cruz!
I bet you got this, that you don't know who to trust. So many player hating niggas trying to sound like us. Say they ready for the rumble, I don't think they know. Straight to the depths of hell, the freedom cap's gone. Well, all your steel down, nigga, holler when you see me. And let these devils up, but then they finally free me. I got a caravan of niggas every time we ride. Hitting motherfuckers up when we dash by. Until I die, live the life of a boss player. Cause even when I'm high, so weed, boss player, the future's in my eyes. So all I'm gonna cash the things of the vibe, come along, hands on flash.
Well, you got your first fist bump of the evening anyway, Paul.
Ah, yeah, first of many, first of many. We're in for a good fight here, I think. I was very impressed with Raquel Garcia. The last time we sat in these seats, we had Raquel against Sarah Elliott Sheridan, and it was an absolute war.
Yeah,
she brought a high pace.
Very, very big high pace. I'd expect her to do the same here today. Don't know much about Eabha.
Well, she's got 4 fights the same as Raquel. She's gone 2-2, and she's had all 4 this year. So
Brilliant.
She's been busy, but she's very new to the game. She says she's a very well-rounded fighter with heavy hands. And of course, we know Raquel is going to come and maybe try and get a hold of her like this, get her to the mat, get her against the cage, which she did in her last bout.
Try land.
Very close decision to Sarah Elliott Sheridan the last day.
And try land as many shots en route to collecting that.
Yeah. Both girls look very game. They look very up for this bout. Beautiful step in left hand there from Eabha Cruz. We're seeing Garcia just waiting for Cruz to move in each time and try and time off that forward step. Now she's got a hold of her, got her against the cage, and she's working hard to switch to a double.
It's the other side from us at the minute, but I think she's using her left hand very well as an underhook. But Raquel has that right hand is very useful there as a post there to stop the takedown. Raquel's moved around to the side. She has a body lock right in front of us here.
Yeah, Cruz defended well, but Raquel's moved around to the back, and now she's trying to land those couple of knees, and create an opening to complete the takedown. Cruz as well gets her back to the fence.
She's looking for a Kimura grip here, I think. Now she's fighting back for the underhook with her left hand.
Yeah, Garcia has
But she
switched
has her
out to that
legs
back
split
leg.
really well here against the pillar of the
Yeah,
cage.
good base,
So
a very good base.
it's going to be a lot harder to take her down here.
Garcia does well, slightly elevates the opponent and gets her to the floor. Now looks to take that post out from underneath. Cruz fighting gamely to get back to her feet. She's using the cage well. Still hasn't accepted that takedown, so she's battled that well.
No, very impressive defensive grappling from Cruz here against the cage, but
Garcia is bringing that heavy pressure just like we expected.
yeah, she's chaining everything together very well. That's a frustrating position for her there when she was trying to plough forward because her head was in the centre of the stomach.
Yeah.
So Cruz was able to use the sprawl back. Now she has the front headlock position. No immediate danger of a throat, of a choke, but
It buys her a little bit of breathing space, and now she gets the separation and get a chance to get those hands to work. She looks like she took a moment to draw breath there. Defending those takedowns can be pretty exhausting.
big knees. I don't know if you saw it there a minute ago, but Decky McAleenan saved a potential injury. He's doing everything here today. Somebody left a coat hanger on the side of the cage. And I'm not wearing a suit, Paul.
Okay.
No, it wasn't
from
going
this
into the
experience.
cage, in fairness. It was just here on the outside.
Yeah,
But
we learned
Eagle
from
Eye,
that experience.
the man's doing everything running around here today. I'm trying to figure out if this happened in the last fight as well. Did Raquel sit on the mat in between rounds?
I think
One or
so,
two
yeah,
people
this
did,
rings
and
a
we
bell,
were
yeah.
wondering at the time if it meant that they were more tired, but this just must be the done thing for her,
Yeah.
for her and her team.
Seems like it's her method of recovery between rounds. Eabha Cruz is up on her feet, bouncing around. She defended takedowns beautifully in the last round, but didn't get a whole lot of opportunities to land some damage of her own. We did see a couple of nice left hands, straight lefts. But Garcia was waiting for the counter each time and waiting for Cruz to step in.
Now, there's been some big kicks now, I have to say, landed.
Yeah.
You can even see a bit of a red marking on the inside of Eva's right leg from the kicks in the first round from Raquel.
Cruz looks to have a slight reach advantage. She's trying to step in from that outside position and land shots, but good head movement, good footwork. She's created some space for herself.
Was able to nullify any sort of attempt that Raquel could have to push in there. She worked off the cage very well.
Yeah, kept the calm in those exchanges and just needs to get a little bit of offense going now, I think. Nice accurate right hand from Garcia. Cruz just looking for an opening for that left hand each time, isn't she? Straight down the pipe. Head was up tall here and she ate a couple on the chin as she was moving backwards. Thought about the Uchimata, but she's given up the position now again. She's got Garcia has a body lock on her.
Yeah, it seemed like she was definitely susceptible to a potential throw there, but Eva's gone away from the idea of it.
Yeah. The timing's got to be right on those things. You can't wait too long. Cruz trying to pummel that left arm underhook, get it a little deeper so she can lift her opponent's posture. We've seen Garcia do this before and she just doesn't get tired in these exchanges.
No,
she has
she's
a
able to
great
keep
engine
going,
for
but
this.
I have to say Cruz's takedown defense against the cage, quite impressive. Just making sure her feet are like a decent distance apart. Now she's going to try and walk off it here. It's when the feet come together, that's when she's most vulnerable for potentially being taken down, but tremendous hand fighting here going on as well.
And again, she hasn't accepted the bottom position. She's still working to get herself out of there, and Garcia does well to reach underneath and grab that right foot of Cruz and take away her post.
Yeah, I think that's what got her the last bit of an advantage there, but she let go of it.
Still not able to secure that fully locked in takedown, and this type of thing doesn't really score in the judges' eyes. This is not considered effective and damaging grappling, you know. It's getting a change of position and doing something with it is what the judges are looking for.
We won't get into the judging.
Yeah, we leave that to Sean Sheehan.
We'll leave that, yes.
I used to have to worry about these things, but I don't have to anymore, thankfully. Good 2 rounds in the books. Big 3rd round needed from Cruz, you'd imagine. All to play for now as we go into the 3rd and final round. Cruz straight out to the center, using that jab to create some openings, try and land. Beautiful left kick to the body. Coming out with some aggression, landing heavy now. Garcia just throwing bombs in return. Head up high. The chin was a little high for my liking there.
Both of them were. Both of them made good shots there in that entire sequence, going back and forth. Cruz maybe got the cleaner of the shots on, but Raquel has been able to now get herself to, well, she's not even, she's in a kind of like a headlock position, a schoolyard headlock.
Again, we're back here with that body lock. See, can she make a better fist of getting Cruz to the floor this time? Garcia, just that relentless pressure. She looks like she could do this for 10 rounds, Andrew.
Yeah, she's very consistent with her attacks and her chains.
Switching to that single. Cruz just on the ball each time, does the right reaction each time.
Her head positioning now could be key towards the next situation because her head's higher. She has the ability to turn right now and face down towards her head, and she has an underhook. She needs to keep that right underhook.
Yeah, keeping that connection. She's lost that connection, but
that's the good thing about her. Once she loses a connection, she tries to re-establish something else, whether it's a single leg grip, the hands connected behind looking for a double leg. But Eabha's cage defense, her wall defense, has been very, very impressive. If there's something to take from this, maybe regardless of the loss, maybe the coaches will now have a little bit more data in terms of the positions that she's been held in, so we'll drill escapes from there, we'll work from there. Because being able, like, I fully believe, having done the smallest possible amount of it, your balance against the wall is like wall work for MMA is like an entirely different sport in itself.
It is.
People think that jiu-jitsu people can just go in towards MMA. You need wrestling, you need head positioning, you need hand
game,
fighting.
isn't it?
It's horrible. And that's why I was focusing so much on her feet positioning earlier on, because when she had the wider base, Raquel wasn't doing anything to try and compress the feet together. She was actually just persisting in trying to get her taken down, and that's energy draining when the person has such a good base.
Yeah.
But she's been very persistent here with her attacks.
Cruz just works her way back up again, doesn't accept anything. But Raquel is just on her like a wet blanket all the time. And it looks like it's a grinding style to watch, but there's so many technical baby steps in there. Fascinating to watch. Beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to your judges' scorecards for a decision. Your judges score this bout 30-27, 30-27, and 30-27 for your winner,